Home to 5 of America's most iconic national parks, Arches, Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, Bryce Canyon, and Zion, Utah reigns as one of the USA's most beautiful states. And with 28 scenic byways, the Beehive State offers some of the world's best road trips. Utah is the 13th largest state, defined by vast deserts to the east and west, with mountains running down the middle and across the northeast. The southern part is basically one massive geological layer cake where water, wind, snow, and ice have sculpted the topography into canyons, fins, spires, and hoodoos. 9 of Utah's highways are designated National Scenic Byways, an honor bestowed by the U.S. Department of Transportation based upon archaeological, cultural, historic, natural, recreational, and scenic qualities. And Utah's National Scenic Byways couldn't be more different from each other. Starting at the Wyoming border in northeastern Utah, the Flaming Gorge Uintas National Scenic Byway winds through desert canyons and up into the aspen and pine forest wilderness of the Uinta Mountains before arriving at the route's marquee attraction, Red Canyon Overlook, providing the best views of Flaming Gorge as well as a visitor center and campground. In 1998, Flaming Gorge Uintas became one of the first 2 Utah routes to be designated as National Scenic Byways. The other was Nebo Loop. Just 38 miles long, this byway lies an hour south of Salt Lake City in central Utah. Officially named Forest Road 015, it quickly leaves the urban sprawl, climbing more than 9,000 feet. Highlights include front and center views of Mount Nebo and surrounding peaks, a family-friendly hike to Grotto Falls, and the formations of Devil's Kitchen, reminiscent of southern Utah's geography. About an hour and a half north of Salt Lake City, another alpine beauty runs 41 miles from the city of Logan to the Idaho border. While the forest is the prominent attraction, the Logan Canyon National Scenic Byway also features 2 impressive bodies of water. 8,000 feet high, Tony Grove Lake lies in a 10,000-year-old glacial basin. And at the byway's end, 20-mile-long Bear Lake, known for its blue-green water and unique fish species. More lakes and forests await along the Energy Loop. It lies about an hour and a half southeast of Salt Lake City and east of the Nebo Loop. But this byway also focuses on coal, power plants, reservoirs, and coke ovens, critical components of Utah's energy heritage. This history is told in 2 comprehensive small-town museums, Helper's Western Mining and Railroad Museum and the Fairview Museum of History and Art, where the main draw is a reproduction of a 10,000-year-old mammoth unearthed when the nearby Huntington Reservoir was built. The Energy Loop connects to one of the USA's longest and most fascinating national scenic byways, the Dinosaur Diamond Prehistoric Highway. Nearly 500 miles long and linking with the Flaming Gorge Uintas Byway to the north, this loop route features a quarry with the world's largest collection of Jurassic-era dinosaur bones and several museums where reconstructed skeletons bring these monsters to scale. Dinosaur National Monument has more bones, of course, but it also provides a sampling of ancient art. Long after the dinosaurs were gone, Native Americans etched and painted thousands of petroglyphs throughout this region. And from Vernal to 9 Mile Canyon to Sego Canyon, the Dinosaur Diamond Prehistoric Highway provides access to some of these extraordinary panels. In the state's southeastern corner, Trail of the Ancients melds Utah's high-altitude desert landscape with more remnants of Native American history. Beginning some 2,500 years ago, ancestral Puebloans lived in this area until the 13th century. They built cave dwellings, towers, and granaries. Not far off the byway, numerous ruins are easily accessible, if you know where to look, such as House on Fire, named for the flame effect created by the sun lighting the overhanging rock. And you don't have to travel to Greece, Egypt, or Peru to experience a remarkable trek through humanity's past along the Clifftop Trail at Hovenweep National Monument. In a state of superlatives, Scenic Byway 12 just might be the most inspiring route of all. Running through south central Utah, it connects one national park, Capitol Reef, to another, Bryce Canyon. In addition to mountain vistas, plunging waterfalls, and a coffee house perched on a cliff, along the way 3 diverse state parks offer more ancestral Puebloan history, hikes through forests of petrified wood, and sandstone spires in a park named after the iconic Kodak film. Scenic Byway 12 ends in Panguitch, where the Patchwork Parkway begins. A statue commemorates the harsh winter of 1864 when settlers used quilts to cross deep snow. This byway climbs 10,000 feet through Bryan Head, a ski resort and the state's highest town, and culminates at Cedar Breaks National Monument, a massive amphitheater of nature-made stone art. Some 4,000 feet below, the petroglyphs of Parowan Gap and the Frontier Homestead State Park Museum offer a glimpse into the region's human influences. By now, you've probably forgotten about Utah's famous national parks, which is kind of the point. But our final byway cuts through the heart of Zion in southwestern Utah. This National Scenic Byway follows narrow tunnels as it descends to the park's canyon floor, revealing gigantic 2,000 and 3,000 foot high sandstone towers. From Zion to Flaming Gorge, Logan Canyon to Trail of the Ancients, these are just 9 of Utah's 28 scenic byways, all offering a variety of memorable experiences as they link one to the next across the state.